are Matt Smith and Keri Russell playing in Star Wars Episode 9? Info about Star Wars Episode 9 has been sparse, but that's not stopping fans from snatching up every little breadcrumb that drops from JJ's latest gem from the galaxy far, far away. While fans are overjoyed with word that his lucky charm Greg Grunberg would be back, there are still plenty of question marks surrounding some of the latest additions, like Lost alum Dominic Monaghan, the Americans and Felicity's Keri Russell, and of course, one of the most famous Time Lords, Matt Smith. So who could all of these folks be playing based on what we know so far? Well, hop on board the speculation train. Toot toot, because we're going to break it down right now. Yeah? No? Okay. First up, Matt Smith. When word dropped on Tuesday that the 11th Doctor would be joining the team, all we really found out is that he would be playing a key role in the film, which of course really means anything. It is worth noting that he is British, and Brits are typically cast as Imperial or First Order baddies in Star Wars, and even though this was largely due to using local actors while filming in England, it was always speculated that English accents were used to denote upper-crust Coruscanti natives who our heroes were rebelling against. Despite all that, key role is the key word in Matt Smith's press release. If we look at the chessboard of characters returning for Episode 9, the Rebels will have Lando, General Leia, and Poe Dameron. However, due to the death of Snoke, the First Order are in serious need of some leadership beyond the angsty Kylo and the useless Hux. If we had to guess, Smith is most likely going to be taking on a role of leadership in the First Order. Then there's Keri Russell, who's no stranger to working with J.J. Abrams thanks to her time as Felicity and brief role in Mission Impossible 3. Now that The Americans has just finished up, Keri is fresh on everyone's minds as a butt-kicking undercover spy, so it's not surprising that the one thing we do know about her Star Wars role is that it is an action-heavy part. And go ahead and let those Keri's playing Rey's mom rumors die, folks.
It's time to let old things die.
Now, some fans speculate that Russell will be playing Mara Jade, a sometime assassin and eventual Jedi Master who married Luke Skywalker in the Legends canon. Now, though this would be an interesting casting choice, it seems unlikely, especially when you consider that Russell's Episode 9 character codename is Mara, which, if you're trying to keep something secret, that's a little bit on the nose if you ask us. Now, another direction for Russell's casting could be joining the dark side, specifically being a part of the Knights of Ren. I am so into this one. JJ set up the Knights of Ren in The Force Awakens, but we didn't really see them in The Last Jedi, and having Russell teaming up with Kylo Ren could be the badass duo we never thought we needed. Now, it was also revealed last month that Spice World co-star Richard E. Grant was added to the cast. At the time, fans speculated that he would be taking on the role of Expanded Universe and Star Wars Rebels' favorite villain, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, fans have long clamored for Lucasfilm to add the blue-skinned, red-eyed member of the Chiss species to the Star Wars films, but Grant denied that he'll be playing that role, telling the Radio Times, "I'm not playing the Star Wars character you just mentioned. I'm not allowed to tell you anything, otherwise I would be fired. It's a complete lockdown on any information whatsoever." Though that sounds pretty definitive, is there a chance he could be covering his blue painted tracks?
Yes, exactly.
No, this is pretty cut and dry, folks. He's probably not Thrawn. Or maybe that's just what he wants us to think. Seriously, though, he's not Thrawn, but he's probably a First Order officer of some sort. Now, it was also announced last week that Lord of the Rings vet and fellow J.J. Abrams pal Dominic Monaghan has also joined the film. His casting announcement is well into Episode 9's shooting schedule. Now, we assume his role is pretty small, but since Monaghan was a big part of J.J. Abrams' Lost franchise, we're excited to see them reunite in a context that doesn't involve polar bears.
Guys, this isn't just a bear. It's a polar bear.
Details on exactly what role Monaghan is going to play are pretty sparse, but he announced his casting by posting a photo on Instagram featuring the Obi-Wan quote, "More powerful than you can possibly imagine."
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
While we appreciate the reference, this doesn't really confirm or deny any role that he may be taking on. And to round out the new cast members, we've got Naomi Ackie. Now, besides appearing in an episode of Doctor Who and the British drama Lady Macbeth, Ackie is largely an unknown. Back in April, there was a casting notice for a character codenamed Caro. The character is supposed to be in the 18 to 26 age range, and she's described as having captivating naturalness and being a leader and problem solver with a sense of humor and has a strong will. Now, Caro is supposed to play a major role in the film, and though it's not confirmed, we may have seen Ackie in a few of the on-set photos of Finn and Poe that were leaked last week. At the end of the day, Disney is keeping a tight lid on these characters, and any bits of info will be few and far between until a trailer for the film drops, most likely in early 2019, but we'll keep you updated as more information becomes available. But what do you folks think? Are you excited about these Star Wars casting choices? Are there any expanded universe characters that you'd like to see in Episode 9? And how do you think the galaxy's economy can work if it's built on credit?
Credits will do fine.
No, they won't.
I don't know, just take a look at ours. Let's discuss! Be sure to like, subscribe, and mash that little bell to get notified every time we go live with the show or drop a new video, like today with Bizarre States at 4 p.m. Pacific. And if you missed the live stream, you can always check out the VOD on demand at projectalpha.com, where new users can get 60 days free with promo code BIZARRE. Or you can check out the podcast version completely for free over on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever else you get your podcasts.